It's Week 15 of the NFL.
And coming up, we'll see Derek Carr. After his last game, now across 3,000 yards for the season.
It's the Raiders and the Giants.
And it's...
And off we go from Las Vegas. Taken in at the 3. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Raiders set to go to work behind their veteran quarterback, and that's Derek Carr.
It's been fun to watch his development through the years, and right now what you see is a very confident quarterback who has a strong sense of self, totally understands the offense, and knows how to get the ball to his playmakers on the run.
Carr right away going to look to throw. And incomplete to open things up. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Back to throw. And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd. Throwing now is Carr. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Once again, it's Jacobs. Runs over him. A 14-yard pickup. That's 14 yards on 2 straight plays. So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 41. How about this? They'll try the option. Left side. It'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's 2nd down. To throw, it's Carr. Finding Gibson on the slant. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 23. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Working from the gun, it's Carr. He finds his man, complete. That's Jacobs. So play number 10 now coming. It's been a long opening drive, but this is 3rd down. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. The kick by Carlson is good, and the Raiders jump out to a 3-0 advantage.
All in all, a pretty decent opening drive, Charles. Pretty balanced. They had the passing game going and the rushing attack, too.
I would think they have to be happy with that start because you get your ground game going, which means your offensive line and your runners are pretty happy, and then you get your aerial attack going as well, so your quarterback and receivers have smiles on their faces. Now both up to speed, awaiting their next possessions for this game. They can't wait to get started again.
So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game.
They will be led out by the 6-foot lefty from Alabama. It's Tua Tagovailoa.
He had the numbers of a game last week that if you win, you talk about him being a gritty guy, managing the game, getting it done. But they lost. So obviously 2 interceptions, 1 touchdown pass, that's not going to be good enough. Got to get that changed around.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he's stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Up the middle with Barkley. first down for the Giants as they pick up 12. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake. They've taken care of that early.
So a solid run by Saquon Barkley, and another 1st and 10 here. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. That's caught by Gabriel Davis. He's at the 30. 10, 5, and all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Gabriel Davis, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Giants are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first-quarter lead. And, CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we can at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there. Chris Boswell now for the extra point. He's got it. They'll see that opening drive field goal and raise it a touchdown, and that makes it 7-3. So the drive there, they went 80 yards in 3 plays. And it ends with a touchdown pass to Gabriel Davis. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Raider offense heading out as we take a look at the playoff race in the AFC. They are back over the 500 mark for the season. Got there with a win a week ago, their 2nd straight victory.
Well, they've definitely gotten better as this season has gone along, and from what I can tell, they know their roles. Everyone understands how they fit offensively, defensively, and this team now has an identity, and they're playing to it and playing well.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. On 2nd and 10, Carr, and able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. And this is going to be incomplete. So on 4th down, here's A.J. Cole to punt for the Raiders. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. So the Giants getting the football back here for their 2nd drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other. This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game, just gave up another one right there.
Tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice gain. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. He'll rifle this one deep right side. He's got him in, complete. It's a big play for the Giants on 3rd down. 45 yards.
When teams practice their plays during the week, they're hoping that it's going to pay off on game day. So it sure has to feel good for them when they hit them during a game, and they hit that one there for big yardage.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Saquon Barkley, 34 yards as his guys are able to extend their lead. They went empty backfield, all their weapons out wide, so there really was no secret here to what they were going to do.
No secret, but they still had to execute it, and they still had to protect the guy throwing the ball, because oftentimes when you empty the backfield, people bring pressure at you. They managed to hold in there and successfully complete the touchdown pass.
Extra point now by Boswell. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. Just a 4-play drive that time.
And it's capped off by a receiving touchdown from Saquon Barkley.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Here comes the offense again, and let's focus on Josh Jacobs for a moment.
And he's closing in on that number that all running backs circled beginning of the year, the number 1,000. Could do it on this drive.
And you have to think to yourself that this moment, getting to this...
And the giant rush gets home as down he goes.
Well, Fletcher Cox, he's been doing this for a lot of years, and another sack to his ledger there. A CD, you know, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely, because remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Being chased out left. He's got a man open. It's Hunter Renfrow. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw again. That one caught by Gibson.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up.
Yeah, this is only going to be a gain of 2. He needed 3. It's 4th and 1. On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line. And New York set to take the field.
So for this offense, Charles, remember, drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute, but did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it, and afterwards they'll say, there was never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one.
His 2nd catch, this one not quite as dynamic as his first, and it's 2nd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series, they have to work hard to pick up 1st downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. They'll run it again with Barkley. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. After one, a 14-3 ball game. Giant football, and we're ready to begin the 2nd quarter as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. Looking to pass. Tua. The pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Carr now on first down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Jacobs. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. And right side, they're going to go option here. And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. So they take over not only in enemy territory, but in the red zone at the 16-yard line.
And this is one of the dangers of letting your quarterback run the football. Now, look, he goes through ball security drills just like a running back does. But most of the time, the quarterback swings the ball away from his body. And in traffic, sometimes they forget to protect it.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Barkley, inside handoff. Oh, nice move. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 4 yards remain on second down. Ball on the 10. Tua going to throw. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Now it's Chris Boswell on for the field goal try. This one from 35 yards away. Boswell's kick is good, and they will stretch the lead now to 17-3. So the fumble recovery had them set up in ideal field position, but they can muster only 3 points out of it.
Yeah, when you're able to force turnovers, especially when it results in field position like they had, you really want to make it hurt. Here, they take the field goal. That's definitely not what they were hoping for.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession.
And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because it didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. The offense on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. To throw his Carr. And that is incomplete. Here's A.J. Cole now to punt this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Taken in at the 22. A nice job getting free on the return for 13 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10. The offense takes the field, and we turn our attention to Saquon Barkley. A good job in the passing game, decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in reverse. Normally you run to set up the pass. Here it feels like they're passing, hoping to set up the run and be more effective later on in the game.
Yeah, you can do it both ways. We usually talk about it in the reverse, however.
No doubt about it.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. 3rd and 1, and Tua wants to throw it.
Throw left side complete. That's Davis.
And he will have a Giants first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2. The Giants sit 7-6, a game over 500 on the year. Yeah, they've lost 3 straight here. It kind of goes without saying, I guess, but they could certainly use a win.
Yeah, no doubt about that. There's a difference between a losing stretch and a losing streak, and right now, they're not playing their best football, but if they were to fall here, and now you're looking at going 4 games without a win, things can start compounding themselves pretty quickly from this point forward.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. From the gun, it's Tua.
Getting the football to Davis on an out route.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory as they've got it to the 28-yard line.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Jayon Brown. And the Raiders are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 22.
He'll give it to Jacobs to start the drive.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
A give. It's Jacobs off the option.
And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a 1st down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there. That brings up 4th. Here's A.J. Cole now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
And the Giants ready to come out now.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls at work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one. Good, strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. They'll try the right side here. Barkley. And he is going to lose yardage here. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Now Tua. Catch made by Slayton.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the 1st. 4 yards on the pickup, good enough to extend the drive.
But we tend to give those running backs that are slashers a lot of credit, but how about guys who are maulers? Because that's what you want in short yardage situations, and we just saw that occur right there, didn't we?
Vertical, downhill running. Setting to throw on 1st down is Tua. And this one's incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Tua sets up to pass it. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down.
Neil Farrell putting his mark on the game with a sack. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's a game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And this pass broken up. And the contact well-timed there, and now 4th down. On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback.
Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in second and long yardage.
Now on 2nd and 13. Carr. And that'll be incomplete. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Carr now to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Here's A.J. Cole now, standing just outside his own goal line. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. That's taken on the 25.
And that one a 55-yard punt, 13 on the return.
And out will come the offense as they take over.
New York ready to go again offensively. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming.
Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Now it's 2nd and 9.
Here's Tua.
This one into the hands of Pitts.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
Well, you don't have to be a genius to watch this game and figure out they've had plenty of success moving the football here in the first half. We've seen exhibits A, B, C, and right on down the line, haven't we?
Yeah, we just saw exhibit Z right there. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Meanwhile, Tua's throw going to be caught by Davis. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
Looking to throw. And this is caught at the 8.
And the Giants are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
The way he's been slinging in the first half, you expect everything he throws to go for a touchdown, but I guess he's going to have to wait to try and pick up that 3rd, isn't he?
Yeah, I thought he had him for a second, but you're right, not to be. 2nd down and goal.
Tua.
And that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown.
Darius Slayton.
A 7-yard touchdown grab.
And the Giants will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
Boswell for the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. A drive that time of 6 plays, and it was polished off by a Giants touchdown. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Raider offense going to head out now late in this first half. And with a 3-score deficit staring him in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive.
On first down, Carr. The left side throw complete to Adams. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Throwing again on second down, Carr. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. On 1st and 10, here's Carr. And it's complete to Adams. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the right hash, this from 53. Carlson able to put this one through. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And they nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. 1 second, all that remains. Tua, the final shot before half. Well, we're in the latter stages of this season. Everybody's getting antsy, so antsy that we're going to skip the halftime and get ready for the third quarter.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. The Giants about set to go to begin this third quarter. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. On third down, Barkley. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. A first down carry for Barkley. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And it's knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Here's Johnny Hacker now as he's on to punt for New York. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. Marching back onto the field now, Devontae Adams and company getting set to go. You look at the numbers for him, and 1,000 yards obviously well within his sights, barring injury. He will get there. The question, will he get there in this game?
Well, he would love to. Duh, right? Of course he would. But, you know, watching him play this year, we often talk about defenses, you know, allocating extra resources to try and stop a guy of his ilk, right? But you know what else kicks in? His pride to say, okay, I don't care how many you throw in my direction, I'm still going to find a way to get open. I will use different moves. I will move against formation. I will come underneath routes and try and run through some people and kind of get natural picks in order to work his way open. He wants to get that 1,000, and he doesn't want any less passes to come to his direction.
53 yards rushing for him here as he starts to draw closer to a 1,000-yard campaign.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
Throwing on first down is Carr. And that's complete to Adams. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. On 2nd down, Jacobs. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Meanwhile, Carr's throw pulled in by Renfro.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. So the drive takes him into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Off the option, here's Jacobs.
And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now Carr. Throw left side, taken in by Renfro.
And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Carr to throw on 3rd and 1. Escaping the pressure right. And a throw there going to be incomplete. They go with Jacobs. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. I love those plays. 4th and 1. That's who wants it more, this time the offense.
Yeah, there's a lot of hooting and hollering in there, right? A lot of contact and a lot of collisions as they try and find some space. Who's going to drop their hips, gain leverage, and move the other side backwards? We saw it there for the offense getting it done.
And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28.
Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to him. Well, this offense has already been forced to settle for field goals on their drives earlier, so this is not a welcome sign here.
Indeed, it is not, and they certainly hope it's not a sign for the entire game because they know they've got to be able to sustain drives all the way through. Pick up those guys rushing the quarterback and give himself a chance.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Carr to throw. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete. The kick by Carlson is good, and that'll get the deficit down to 15.
So that maybe not exactly what they were hoping for, but it does get them back within a couple of scores.
And at this point in the 3rd quarter, you don't have much margin for error, and that means you can't have drives that end with nothing. Whether it's a punt, a turnover on downs, those have to go away. You have to end with a kick, either a field goal or an extra point after a touchdown.
And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. And possession switching back to the New York Giants. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts.
Now a throw over the middle, and he's got it to start the drive. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards. It moves the sticks.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10.
And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be.
To throw again on 2nd down.
Tua, and that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones.
And some room to maneuver. Touchdown!
Donovan Peoples-Jones.
55 yards.
And the Giants take a 3-touchdown lead. Well, partner, he has carried them in this ball game throwing the football. All 4 touchdowns through the air, and that's really helped them get this nice lead.
And I know it's a team game, but right now, he is truly the focal point. Every touchdown his team has so far has been the result of his arm. How about him throwing it downfield, creating big plays? I don't know how you slow him down unless you can make him uncomfortable in the pocket.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Taking it about the 1.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
A rough couple of weeks for the man under center. 5 sacks last week, 4 now this week. Do you try to design some quicker developing plays if you're an offensive coordinator?
I think you do that. I think you also change his launch point at times. In other words, move your pocket to the right, to the left, roll him out, bootleg him. Do some different things so they can't just rely on the fact that he's going to take 3 to 5 steps back in the pocket and line up and throw the football.
Yeah, current formula is not working right now. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. To throw, it's Carr. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively.
From the 27,
Tua.
got his man complete over the middle. It's Davis. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
Tua now on 1st down.
And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted.
They faked the handoff. Now Tua.
And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Again, they will throw it with Tagovailoa. And down he goes, brought down a Raider sack. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
Here's Johnny Hacker now. He's been terrific so far. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10.
Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. Was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
On this one, incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it, and it's 2nd down.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Carr over the middle, complete. That's Adams. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. To throw is Carr. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Jacobs. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Carr completes it. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
So the drive takes them into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side.
And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Carr.
A quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Throwing now is Carr. It's caught here by Adams. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. 17 yards is the pickup there for number 17.
A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
And it's a fumble. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. As the Giants head back out there, let's take a look at the playoff picture in the NFC.
Now, the current playoff picture, and you can see they are one of those 3 wild-card teams, at least for the moment, but they have not clinched that spot, Charles. And look, their message has been clear. We're keeping our foot on the gas to the very end.
And how about the theater and the drama that's involved, partner? The best part, we've got a front-row seat to it all. And I think this is obviously the ultimate goal when they added a 7th seed to the playoffs back in 2020. More drama, more teams in it late in the season, and more importance on games like this.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And now 2 yards to go on 3rd down. Well, clear running situation. Try to take time off the clock. He ran the previous play. Set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they had shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit them over the top.
And they'll run the option on 3rd and short yardage.
And he's going to be a yard short. A 2-yard pickup leads to 4th and 1.
Typically on the read option play, when we talk about responsibilities, we're talking about what the quarterback has to go through. How about the inside linebacker, though? His job on this play, shadow the quarterback and hold him to a short gain. Did it to perfection.
Here's Johnny Hacker now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done.
And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10. Las Vegas' offense back out there ready to go. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat.
Carr now on 1st down.
That's complete to Tyler Johnson.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down.
Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice 1st down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution. Even though the scoreboard is going against you, you want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
Carr's throw taken in by Adams.
And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
Well, so far, little to no resistance by the defense on this drive alone. 3 passes, 3 completions, 3 1st downs. They're taking it to them, and it's paying off.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Carr to throw again. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Carr.
And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal.
Carr now to throw.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Now Carr, got to have this one. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders.
Tyler Johnson,
his first touchdown on the year.
And the Raiders are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter.
Eluding the pressure right. Complete at the 1. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst, and if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
And here comes the Giants offense back out onto the field.
Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
What may seem a little unorthodox to some people, got the lead, fourth quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
Saquon Barkley running right.
He'll take it past the 40 to the 41, second down.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. On the draw, this is Barkley. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. And that will be incomplete. Here's Johnny Hacker now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback.
Now the Vegas offense heading back out there. Well, still a long way to go, but trending upward. They scored the last time out, you remember. Then their defense forced the punt. Now they try to inch closer, but still ultimately down 2 scores in the final quarter.
Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
Nice job by the defense figuring that play out and holding it to a short game, but I don't think the offense is going to be daunted. They actually accomplished their goal there. Now they've got them aware that they can throw a screen at them, maybe to slow the pass rush down a little bit, and they can throw it downfield.
From the 24, Carr. Open man is Ross, complete. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? On first down, Carr.
Looking for Ross again. He finds him again.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs, and they come up on second down. Here's Carr. This is brought in by Gibson.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Again, they'll throw with Carr.
That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass.
He's going to wind up and air it out. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. So still over 3 minutes remaining in this game, but boy, not getting that when that hurt.
That's a little bit demoralizing, so they have to be careful about that because still have an opportunity if they can get some things done on defense. But now, since they've taken over on downs, a team with the ball, guess what? Going to 4-minute offense, maybe they can put this thing away.
A first down run from Barkley, pretty well defended. Give him 3 yards on the play. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll go to Barkley again. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. A give to Barkley out of the gun. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And the Raiders call on a nickel set here for 3rd down. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley.
And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Here's a give to Barkley. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. A handoff to Barkley, and he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. Now Saquon Barkley. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. 109 yards rushing for him so far in this one as he nears 1,400 for the year. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
So it's a win here for the Giants, and it was a strong performance by Tua that helped lead the way.
Yeah, he really carved this defense up, didn't he? Threw for almost 400 yards, had 4 touchdown passes, and when he gets back to the locker room, there's a game ball definitely in his future. I can guarantee you that.
So for the Giants, they're not going to go quietly here as the win moves them now to 8-6 on the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Philly to take on the Eagles.
Meanwhile, for Las Vegas,
their playoff hopes take a hit as they drop to 7-7. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road.